Yeah. What's going on this Saturday night? We just riding through the city, man, and coming to you tonight with a different topic, man, with a different topic, and I want to get anybody's opinion on this topic right here that we're about to talk about. You know what I mean? You know my channel, man. We talk about everything. Can't just talk about trucks all day. You know, in this video, man, this topic right here is inspired. It's inspired by some actual friend of mine, man. That's going through it right now with their baby mothers. You get what I'm saying? So if you listen to this on the replay, just feel free to comment. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? So you guys know how it goes. For the high percentage of the time during a breakup or a divorce, normally the woman gets the child, the woman keeps the child. And more often than not, the man end up paying some type of child support. If you're good with your baby mother or your ex-wife, whatever, sometimes you guys can dispute that on your own. A lot of guys end up going without paying child support and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They just stand up father and take care of their kid, take care of their child. You know what I'm saying? And of course there's some deadbeat fathers out there. We're not talking about them today. Today we're actually going to talk about the good fathers that's actually trying to do something. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's actually trying to be there. That actually care. You know what I'm saying, for their child. You know what I mean? And that actually want their child in their life, man. Um, and my question to you guys is: should a woman automatically just get custody of the child during a breakup or a divorce? You get what I'm saying? And one of the reasons I'm talking about this tonight, talking to my homeboy the other day, and he he what you call it? He one of his kids, you know, live out of state, of course, and his baby mother. He cared for his baby mother. You know what I mean? But his living situation happens to be. Let's not even beat around the bush. His living situation is better than her living situation. You get what I'm saying? And oftentimes we're gonna we're gonna stick on that topic. We're talking about living situation is better. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you got to understand that when we have a child, um, our job as a man isn't it to take care of that child? Um, I mean, I don't know how to put this. If we, how can us as a father help somebody else living situation when we're not in that situation no more? So I'm just talking about the living situation, the environment. You know what I mean? The constant moving. You know what I'm saying? Constant moving from apartment to apartment. You know what I mean? The not settling down type of thing. You know what I mean? And for instance, like let's just say the guy settled down. He live he living all right, right? But the woman on the other hand, she's not. I'm trying to use the correct words because I'm not a type to disrespect woman. Um, she's not living quite all right as he is. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I'm like, bro, he's like, what up? I'm like, won't you won't you just ask for your child? You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, if you ask for your child, you ask her to let your child live with you. It's not like she's not gonna be the kid's mother. She's always gonna be the kid's mother, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. In my opinion, like the main idea here, guys, is supposed to be the child. That's supposed to be the main idea and the main subject. The most important thing is supposed to be the child. So as parents, oftentimes, you know what I mean, we let feelings and jealousy, envy, and all those words you can think about, man, getting in the way of the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? So my idea was like ask her for the child, you know what I'm saying? And let the child live with you. Because at the end of the day, we want to put the child in the best living situation as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because plenty of time. Because I know, man, I know I grew up in Jamaica. I shared rooms with brothers, sisters, and I mean we had fun back then, man. You know, it was loving family, man. Big family, loving family. But let me tell you something, yo. When I moved to the States, when my father moved us to the States, and I had my own room, yo. Like it's nothing like having your own room as a kid, yo. It's like, man, I can't even explain it, yo. It was like night and day. You feel like when you have your own room, it feels like you have a house. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like you done made it in life. You know what I mean? Like it just feels all of that. And I think if we can put our kids in that situation, you know what I mean? That'd be a good thing, man. And no disrespect to the woman, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some strong mothers out there, but and I know it's hard. It's hard. Ain't no woman want to let their kids go to live with a man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, let's be real. She don't know how the other woman gonna treat her child. That's her child that she carried for 9 months. It's hard to let go, bro. It ain't easy. It is hard. But ladies, man, if you guys catch us on the replay, I just want you to know the kid is always gonna be yours, man. There ain't nothing nobody can do to take away from that. The main idea is let's put Owen in the building. What's popping, man? Appreciate you for putting your input on this one. Man, let's get these kids in the best living situation as possible. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my community, man. Especially in my community. You guys know what I mean. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. That B ain't gonna be taking care of my kid. That B ain't gonna be talking to my kid like that. That B ain't gonna be doing my daughter's hair. That B ain't gonna be. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? We need to stop it, man. We need to grow up. We need to put these kids first. We need to make it all about the kids. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, in my opinion, man, I've seen it time and time again. Sometimes I think, in my opinion, the kid just might be in a better living situation if they were living with the father. You know what I mean? And some ladies, man, they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of guys, man, usually when we're younger, you know, we're immature, we're doing all type of crazy stuff, man. But that light, once that light go off and we get mature, we're go getters, and you know what I mean? Working hard, decent house, decent neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Have some 125. What's popping? You know what I'm saying? Got some type of ambition. You know what I mean? We want the best for our child also. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, fellas. Let's be honest. Like, ask yourself this question, man. Ask yourself this question. If you have a child with a woman, right? And you're not living with you guys are broken up, right? You guys are broken up. You get in a relationship and your relationship is solid, like settle down type stuff, right? Aren't you kind of worried that your baby mother, every time you see her, she's in a new relationship? Let's keep it 100, man. Every time you see her, she's in a new relationship. And I know the ladies will be like, ah, that's our business. We can do what we want. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, man, and this is just all opinion, we can't disrespect the ladies. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to end up on CNN. In my opinion, I think kids need stability, man. Some type of stability. And sometimes that stability might just be with the father. You know what I'm saying? And I know the lady they're not gonna like your female that you got. They're not gonna like the woman that you got. You know what I'm saying? 125 say, I think because the woman birthed the child, she should get custody because once the kid find that out, they will always be closer to the mom. Owen, what you got to say about that? Because we got Owen. Owen said not automatically, and 125 say because of the birth mother, she should automatically get the right. See, my thing is, man, my thing on this is the birth mother. It should be hard. It should be really hard to to. And I'm not talking about take away custody from her. I'm talking about like some split type custody type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like don't just automatically grant the woman the custody of the kid. You feel me? Like it should be really hard. It is really hard. It is really hard to get your child from the birth mother. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really hard. Well, what I'm talking about is in some cases, man, we got some good fathers out there, man, that put themselves in some good situation, man. You know what I mean? Well, me and my boy, man, we be talking and like I heard about, you know what I'm saying, his kid came to his house and stuff like that. And his kid, man, he just man, you guys know how it is, man, to like grow up in a home, your own room, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Even if you don't have your own room, man, you share with your brothers and sisters. It's still a blessing when you don't have to worry about moving up and down and all over the place. You know what I mean? That's a blessing, man, when you got parents in your life that's stable, man. At the end of the day, man, we just need like parents to be adults. You know what I'm saying? We need parents to be adults, man. Owen said, I feel the kid should be put in the best living situation possible. Exactly. Exactly, bro. That's me too. I got divorced in 2015, and luckily his ex ain't petty. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Sometimes, because, Owen, let me ask you a question, right? Ain't nothing Ain't nothing nobody can do. That kid, she will always be that kid's mother. And I think that's the number one problem with a lot of women, man. They think that just because just because you let your child go live somewhere, like you're gonna be the kid's mother, man. You know what I mean? Us guys, we've been going through it for years. You know what I mean? We've been going it through for years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you think we feel? You know what I mean? Shout out to GI Joe Trucker up in the building, man. You know what I mean? And I'm putting this out there, man, for the good fathers, man. I'm not worried about the deadbeats. I'm not worried about the deadbeat fathers tonight. We talking about good fathers, man. That's out here, um, trying to be good role models for your kid, man. At the end of the day, that's what it's all. That's what we work hard for, man. That's what we strive to be leaders out here for our kids, man. You know what I mean? So they can, you know what I'm saying, look up to us. You know what I mean? Kids are naturally closer to their mom. They love their fathers, but not as much as the mom. It's just the way it is, man. I can't 100% agree with that though. But on a high percentage of the time, you are right. But there's some kids out here, man. That There's some kids out here that's crazy about their dads, yo. Like really crazy about their fathers, yo. You know what I mean? And I think some mothers, they made that crap worse when they try to keep the kid away from the fathers. They just make it worse. You know what I mean? Like, why would you keep a kid away from a good father? You know what I mean? Why? Well, I said my cousin went through some shit getting full custody of his daughter. Kid had to be taken by the state before he could get her. The baby went through. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Damn, man. Bro, I hate to hear stories like that, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Kids gotta go through all, and that's what I be talking about, man. At the end of the day, it should be all about the kid. You know what I'm saying? It should be all about the kids. As a matter of fact, let me go do a live experience right now. Um, you all right? You want to taste some lobster? You want to taste some lobster? All right, give me a second. Here, you can taste half of the tail, half of one. Hey, Papa. So 125 say they say women give kids as a gift to the dads, but it's the opposite. Kids are a gift from dads to mothers. Yeah, we know that the woman gonna nurture the kid better, but you know what I'm saying? But 120, I mean GI Joe Trucker, what I'm trying to get y'all to focus on. I'm trying to get to y'all to focus on living situation, right? Okay, that's the kid natural mother. Let's just say let's just say the stepmother isn't a better. Can a stepmother nurture a kid? Do you think the average woman will allow a stepmother to nurture a kid as much as they would? And I think, and to answer my own question, I think not. A lot of women, man, are jealous. They don't want a lot of they don't like, women don't like stepmothers. You know what I mean? They don't want you can look on it. They don't want bro, turn that off. Women do not like stepmothers, in my opinion. Don't do my daughters here. Don't talk to my kid like that. Why that be cooking for my child? That be this, that be that. All of that, man. And the number one problem, man, I think is in our community, guys. And I say our community, you know what I mean. I don't gotta beat around the bush. Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? We got a problem in the damn black community, man. We got a damn problem. I want to say good parents should split 50-50. I'm not taking away from the good mothers, but any woman who play chess games with the child is bogus. Facts. Use your kids as pawn is so low down. If the reason that anybody is petty is because they're still bitter. Facts, GI Joe. Facts. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's why. That's the point I'm trying to say is put the kid first, man. Put the kid first. If bro, you got to get rid of the bitterness, man. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes a woman, like during a breakup, they'll do some crazy stuff just for you to go through hell for you to see your child. You get what I'm saying? They'll do some silly shit. You know what I mean? They'll move to freaking Antarctica just to make it difficult for you to see your child, man. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, good fathers suffer all the time, man. You know what I mean? You got some dads, man. You got some fathers that's on child support, and they still have a hard time seeing their child. You know, women are jealous of women are jealous of other women, man, and and vice versa. Not a lot of guys want other guys raising their kid either. You know what I mean? So oftentimes, like, there's guys out there that really wants their kid, man. They want their child. They want their child living with them, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And let's be real, man. Sometimes they want it just to dodge child support also. You know? Sometimes they want to do that just to dodge the child support. Unless they're willing to be submissive to the other woman. 125, what you mean by that? Gotta break down what you mean by that, man. What do you mean by that? Trucker Al in the building, what's popping, my G? Um, strictly for game, what's popping, man? How's it going out there? Trucker Al say, if you're paying child support, you have a say so on if the mother could move away from the country we all both live. Yeah, man, definitely. Definitely, man. If you paying child support, you should have a say so like in all the type of moves that the woman decide to make, man. But unfortunately, um, you gotta know how it goes. Unfortunately, hey, definitely we can. Hey, we can talk about this topic. Hey, we can talk about this topic until 2023, bro. Until 2023. My baby mother boyfriend tried to flex on me as if I was a piece of shit. I almost laid his ass out. Hey, hey, G.I. Joe Trucker. That's a whole nother story, man. That's a whole nother story. Hey, we need to get a trucking community together. You know what I'm saying? Any woman boyfriend trying to flex, we just get together, man, and go get him a little page. You know what I mean? Pull up. Uh Strictly for game. Say, is marriage worth it in these times? What do you think? What do you think? Is marriage worth it in these times? You need a what? Read my title. My title say, should a woman automatically get custody of a kid during divorce or breakup? Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, yeah, fortunately I don't think it got nothing to do with marriage, man. I think marriage is still worth it. You know what I mean? It just gotta do with the maturity of the parents. To answer your question of the topic, I feel if both parents are in a good position to both provide a safe, healthy household, custody should be 50-50. Facts. Yeah, custody should be 50-50, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, um, Amani, come here. I'm gonna ask my son if Daddy moved to Alabama and your mom to move to Georgia, who you gonna live with? Huh? Who you gonna live with? Money, who you gonna live with? Well, I know that's one kid that ain't gonna live with me, but I know damn well my daughter will live with me though, and that's one thing we can count on. That's one thing us fathers can count on, man. We can count on our daughters. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You want your little boy to be like you, act like you, and be a go getter like you. But at the end of the day, these little boys don't give a crap about their daddies. It's all about their mamas. Y'all know it. You guys know it. And their actions show it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, to me, it's all about maturity, man. It's all about putting the kids first. Um, I got a road test coming up this week. Any advice? Um, Strictly for game, who you got a road test for? The only advice I can give you when it comes to road test, man, is just be calm. Um, be calm. Pretend like there's nobody else in the passenger seat because oftentimes when you see that person over there, you'll get nervous and just do everything right. I mean, like just put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt. Use your signals. have good following distance. You know, I thought of I thought I wasn't gonna talk about nothing but trucking, but yeah, just be safe, man, and just do the right thing, man, and you'll be all right. David Henry popping. Majority of time, the man child support is needed for her to survive. Her income can't do it all. Um, majority of time, majority of time, the man's child support is needed for her to survive. Her income can't do it all. I think that's a video, man. That's a whole nother topic right there. Uh, you, over. Turn it down a little, please. You want a lobster? Yeah, you can try a piece if you want it. Just a little piece. Well, say little buddy love his mom. They want both of y'all. I had to make that choice as a kid. He don't understand the entire situation. Yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I know I was just playing around, but it's kind of sad when kids got to make that choice, man. It's sad when kids got to make that choice to go with their dads or to go with their mothers, man. A lot of you guys were brought up in broken home, right? I was brought up in a broken ass home. That's the difference. A broken home is when you live with one parent, right? A broken ass home when you don't see none of them. You know what I'm saying? But I still had a relationship with both my mom and my dad. But the I mostly saw my grandmother, and as a child, man, it was confusing as hell. You know what I mean? I just always seen my mom on the go. Um, I always heard that my dad lived in the states. It was like that's what you call a broken ass home, but it was a loving home. You know what I mean? It was very loving. Um, my grandma was very nurturing. So the main topic is that you can live in a nurturing environment. I think you can survive in a nurturing environment without living with your mom and dad. It ain't easy, but you'll survive. You know what I mean? You'll survive, and I was never bitter, bro. Never bitter. Never one. I love my mom the same. I love my dad the same. And if I had to choose to live like that again, I'll live it all over again, man. You know what I mean? I'll live it all over again. Yeah, 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 that's right. Owen, he ain't lying. That's a whole nother show, man. G.I. Joe, that's a whole nother show, man. That's a whole nother show. I don't even got my notes for that show yet, man. Majority of time, the man's child support is needed for her to survive. Her income can't do it all. That's a whole nother show, bro. That's 2023. I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother topic. You know what I mean? Because, all right, first of all, you're gonna find some woman that find that very, very offensive. right? But then we got to look at the reality of your context, and for the most part, a lot of that is true. And the sad thing is that the government got to force some of you guys to do that. You know what I mean? For the to do that instead of you guys doing that on your own. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't say I'm just saying she can't raise a child without your income, but if you take custody, would make her pay child support. Hey, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, that's a good question. I'm gonna answer that right now. I'm gonna answer that right now. If I had a bunch of kids with a woman, right, and I take custody of the kid, right, I wouldn't give a rat ass about her damn child support. I wouldn't give a shit if she buy the kid anything or not. I don't care if she buy the kid McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. I don't care if she see the kid night or day. I don't care if she come or she stay. That's just me. I don't care. And I think it's just my opinion. I think a lot of fathers is gonna feel the way I feel. We just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? We just don't. Honestly, man, I wouldn't like. Honestly, like all jokes aside, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care, bro. Uh, Excuse me. I forgot to ask you last live stream. Do you go about mapping out routes to new? Oh, okay. You already answered that question. Yeah, Joe answered that question. Um, yeah, yeah. I had to pop me a Heineken for this one, man. I had to pop me a Heineken. So I feel like child support should be strict guideline if a father providing at least 50% since the child's birth until the parents split up. The father shouldn't qualify for it at time. If event changes and the father is no longer providing, then he should be put on it. Yeah, man. Yeah, most definitely, yo. You go out my camera. Let me get it when you're done. Jambalaya. Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, man, I don't know. You gotta tell me how you feel, man. I think that most fathers would not ask. If most fathers had custody of their kid, I don't see fathers asking a woman for child support. Shit don't even sound manly, yo. I mean, and I guess that's ignorant thinking of me because everybody should provide for their child. But if I had a child, if I had custody of the kid, and I see that the mother is putting in, doing what she can do, kid was spending time with the mother, like, why should I worry about her paying child support? I don't care. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, a lot of people don't think that way. You know what I mean? They don't. We got 11 people in the building, man. I appreciate y'all chiming in on this topic tonight. You know, sometimes, man, we got to switch it up. Okay. You know, sometimes we just got to switch it up sometime, man. You know, got Javon in the building. What popping, man? Kind of rice is that? What's in it? I eat it later. I can't eat that now. Javon in the building. Javon said there's a lot of mothers that like to use kids as a weapon just to get over on the phone. Hey, Javon, I yeah, I cannot disagree with that, bro. I can't disagree one bit. Why good guy fathers pay the most and bad guys pay the least? I don't know, man. That's short money out. See, I got a question for the chat. If a man is on child support, should he give extra money to the mother outside of his child support, or if she asks for it? Um, I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question, right? And I'm trying to answer that question as a father, right? There's an exception to that. Um, let's just say she need help to move, something like that. At the end of the day, it's not your job to help her to move, but you got